Conservative pundit Dave Rubin has been a champion of free speech and pushed back against cancel culture for years now.
They have bought into the very idea that if someone holds different political beliefs than you, that these people should be shouted down, they should be violently harassed and silenced.
Rubin has long stood up for the First Amendment, even calling himself a free speech absolutist.
You have a right to protest. It's the most American right there is.
So it was shocking recently when France announced that it was banning all pro-Palestinian protests. Rubin sided with the government taking away citizen speech. He even said that the French censors showed that the West might have a chance. Here's his explanation.
We always want to defend all of our ideals, but at what point when a group of people in our own country are defending a terrorist organization that is literally calling for people to kill people in our country, at what point do we have to have a different conversation?
If Rubin is saying that words incite violence, or even that words are violence,
there is a group of people in America who for years now have been telling us that they think that words are violence. So if you say something mean, that somehow is a violent act.
That some speech makes people too uncomfortable or targets, that we shouldn't allow it. Well, that's what the left has been saying this whole time, anytime they try to censor our speech. Remember this Irish Green Party lady?
If your views on other people's identities go to make their lives unsafe, insecure, and cause them such deep discomfort that they cannot live in peace, then I believe that it is our job as legislators to restrict those freedoms for the common good.
Like Dave, I'm uncomfortable with protesters who cheer Hamas. It's disgusting. I imagine if I were Jewish, it would be even more uncomfortable. But that's what free speech absolutism is. When the left tries to censor, they say some version of what Rubin just said.
When a group of people in our own country are defending a terrorist organization that is literally calling for people to kill people in our country, at what point do we have to have a different conversation?
To restrict those freedoms for the common good.
What they mean by that is walking on the street, seeing a pro-Israel protest, and then doing a counter-chant or waving a Palestinian flag. And that's the argument always for censorship. Oh, if you go around denouncing the trans agenda, you're making trans people feel unsafe.
They think that words are violence.
That means that you, a faculty member at an American public university, are conflating speech with violence.
Yes.
They think that words are violence. You have a right to protest. It's the most American right there is.
France doesn't have a First Amendment, but anybody who really believes in free speech should not be cheering for the governments that ban it, especially in the West, especially in the United States.